All right, so today we're going to be talking about what every guitar player should know about chords. First thing to know, there are thousands of chords, and you probably don't need to know all of them, depending on what it is that you're trying to do with your guitar. So stay focused. The goal isn't how many chords can you play, it's how well can you play the chords that you know so you can actually make music. Play songs with other people, write your own music, whatever it might be. The second thing is understanding that there's two main camps of chords. There's what we call major chords, which tend to be a little bit happier in nature, and then we have what's called minor chords, which are a little bit more melancholy or dark or sad sounding. And oftentimes these two camps of chords are used in the same songs. We'll use major and minor chords. Okay. Now again, there's a host of other kinds of chords above and beyond that, but primarily when you get to the core of what that chord is, it's most of the time going to be major or minor. So that's a great place to start when you're learning your chords. Learn some fundamental major and minor chords so you can play music with other people. The third thing is, what kind of chords do we play on the guitar? Well, we play what's called open or cowboy chords, and you probably know these. You know, things like G or D or C, things like this. And these chords are called open chords because they're using strings that you're not pressing on. Okay, so down here you could play your major chords, G, C, D, your minor chords, E minor, A minor, you know, whatever it might be. Learning those essential chords that are used together in songs. So again, instead of just learning a bunch of different chords, learn them in a logical order so you can actually play music. If you've got guitar lessons, you know, learning how to play, for instance, G, C, and D are really important because those three chords are part of a family we call a key. And when you learn how to play those three chords together, you can learn how to play dozens, if not hundreds of songs with those chords. Where if you're just learning G and G minor and then A minor and, you know, whatever it might be, it's hard to see that there's a relationship between some of these chords that can actually be beneficial and get you playing songs right away. Because that's what music does is, you know, we choose a key and then we choose chords out of that key and then we start playing those, and that's what goes into a song. Of course, you don't want to choose songs that are really, really difficult, that either A, are too fast for you, B, have chords you don't even know. Again, it's counterproductive. If you're learning G, C, and D, find some songs that use G, C, and D and learn how to play those. The next thing, other than open chords, or again, often referred to as cowboy chords, we move into what's called bar chords. And bar chords are chords where we're actually pressing on all the strings at the same time, or most of the strings depending on what we're doing. And these things are movable up and down the guitar this way. Now, a bar chord enables you to play chords that you couldn't play in the open position. So when you learn how to play open chords, you might know G, but you don't know, G sharp or G flat or something like that. You can't just play that down here. So in learning how to play your bar chords, you're actually able to move up the guitar and play all major or minor chords by taking this finger off and play just about anything that way, which is really great. So it's a completely different system that you have to learn, but it's an essential thing that you need to do. So open chords and bar chords. Now, if you're a rocker and you love that kind of music, the next kind of chord that you would want to learn how to play, and you might even learn these before you get some of the other ones, is what we call a power chord. Now, a power chord is a derivative of a bar chord, only instead of playing the whole thing, all you're doing is playing the top two or top three strings. So when you play a power chord, you don't need to play the whole thing. You just need the top two or three strings here. So you'll notice I'm using my first finger, my third finger, and my pinky, and I'm just making these little swipes up here to play that sort of thing. So power chords are very important for a guitar player that wants to study rock and roll kinds of things. Rock, metal, whatever it might be. You know, and again, even in country music and different things like that, you would use power chords. But certainly if you like rock music, you're going to be using those a lot. So those are the essential things that you want to do, is think about what chords you're learning and why you're learning them. Don't worry about how many you know. Worry about how good at those chords you are so you can use them in music. So don't get overwhelmed with trying to learn 8,000 chords. Just learn essential chords that get you playing music. Once you get there, you can always learn more. You have the rest of your life to learn as many chords as you want. But if you learn essential chords, that means you and I could play together, right? Because you have enough knowledge of chords that are fundamental and functional that you and I could play some songs. And then you start deciding, well, what camps of, or what, not camps, but what styles of chords you're going to play on the guitar, whether they be open chords or bar chords or power chords, depending on the style of music you like, depending on your comfort level, that sort of thing. You can start working on those. And then last thing, of course, is the camps, the two styles, major and minor chords. Like those are what make the world go round. Further on, you can start learning things we call 7th chords and 9th chords and 11th chords and all kinds of different things. But again, if you narrow those down to their core, they're still major or minor chords for the most part when we play music. So, all right, hopefully that helps you. If you ever need more help with this sort of thing, GuitarZoom now offers the GuitarZoom Academy, which is hyper-focused one-on-one guitar lessons that you can take with amazing guitar instructors all over the world, where we help you to set up your goals, what it is that you're trying to do and how you're going to get there, and then help you stay on task week after week getting this plan implemented and in place, instead of just having lessons where you might show up and go, well, what do you want to work on today? Or just kind of random thoughts of practice. What we really try and do is get you focused on, here's where you are, here's where you want to be, and how are we going to get there? What tools do we need to study to get you to that level? So if you're interested in something like that, all you need to do is head over to GuitarZoom.com. Thank you so much. Stay positive, keep practicing, and I'll talk to you soon.